So I've been wanting to respond to these questions, and I finally got some time to do that. So I'm out here stirring my Comfrey tea today, so it reminded me that I wanted to ask these questions. Have I used this fertilizer before? Yes, I've used this fertilizer for years, and it's done really, really well. Comfrey is known to be a great accumulator, which means it can take lots of nutrients from the soil and put it into its leaves. It's known to have deep tap roots, so it can reach deep down into the soil and pick up nutrients as the water flows through, and it continues to provide nutrients. I have never fertilized my Comfrey, and it grows big and beautiful every year. I've had it in this box for about 10, maybe 15 years. Okay, so the next question was amount and schedule. So I ferment my Comfrey tea for about 4 weeks. With it fermented for 4 weeks, I dilute it to 1 parts per 10. You can do 1 parts per 15 and test it if you want to. I do 1 parts per 10. If you don't have time to ferment that long, if you only have 1 week to ferment it, maybe dilute it 1 parts by 2, 1 to 2. If you only can do it overnight, don't dilute it at all. So as far as which plants I feed my Comfrey tea to peppers and tomatoes. Now keep in mind that I do put a lot of organic matter into my soil before I do anything. It is full of dried leaves, grass clippings, my guinea pig manure, and their wood shavings, just all sorts of stuff. So it's already very rich soil. So I don't usually start to fertilize till July, and once things start to fruit and when I feel like they need a little bit of a boost. So the ones I use it on the most is peppers and tomatoes, or peppers and tomatoes. I do that every other week, and I dilute it 1 parts per 10 of water. And I do, like my melons at the end, when they need a little bit of extra boost, I will fertilize them a few times too, every other week, maybe for a month and a half. And you can do your cucumbers. I don't do my corn because the corn would just take so much, and I just throw Comfrey leaves. I'm just throwing this up while I'm talking. I just throw Comfrey leaves in there, and I use a lot of grass clippings, and I already have lots of extra nitrogen in there for the corn. But you can pretty much use them on anything. I don't know about onions. I've never really tried that. Maybe I'm gonna probably do that this year, but I think you can just use it on anything. What else? Amount and schedule. I think I explained that. If you have any more questions, ask me. All right, have a good day. So one of the questions I didn't really address in my last TikTok was results of the Comfrey tea fertilizer. So a few years ago, I kind of did a little bit of an experiment. I made some Comfrey tea. I didn't use it in this box, and I let it was peppers, and I let the peppers grow, and the peppers grew, and I picked them off, and they were really, really thin. The walls of the peppers were thin. They weren't very big. And then I put some Comfrey tea fertilizer on that week, and within a week or two, the peppers on the same plant came out, and they were bigger, juicier, and the walls were thicker. And that's where I've kind of got more of a testimony of this Comfrey tea, and I've used it every single year since. So yeah, I have a video on that somewhere, clear at the very beginning of my journey, but here on TikTok, but I'm not sure where it is. Anyway, maybe I'll do an experiment this year again. Have a nice day.